Hello, everybody. It's me again, Zikri Kolil, your host of ITMATTERS Show, the first show of the year. Yes, the year has gone pretty fast, 2021. Now we're in 2022, in the beginning of April, and I guess it's time for us to get back to where we belong, and that is to share all the amazing stories that really matters to the public, especially if you're here living in Malaysia, truly Asia. Um, Hence, today I have a very special guest who's working on a particular problem that it's not that easy to talk about every day because people find it a bit, let's just say, people are misunderstood. And I thought it's best to bring an expertise who's been doing this for a very long time. And this person is no other than the president of Cerebral Palsy Malaysia, aka GAPS, Miss Rafidah Ahmad. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Zikri. Thank you for having me here. We've been doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just overworked, overtraveled, underpaid, the usual uh, CEO, CMO, management stuff. You know what I'm saying? So on my spare time, I like to do this show, and I couldn't think of anybody else but to have you for this session. As a matter of fact, guys, for
Thank
those who are
you.
watching, Rafida was just in a Facebook community accelerator for Asia Pacific, and I was happy enough to watch her pitch. Hence, her story kind of clicked in the sense where we have people who suffer major mental breakdown, but there are far more others that are suffering with things that are either born with it or it happens. So this is why Rafida is here with us to talk about more about what she's doing with gaps. So Rafida, what is the problem here that you're trying to solve here at gaps? Like why how is this a problem in the first place in Malaysia and in the world, and what is it? What is this problem?
Okay. I think first of all, I would like to explain about the term cerebral palsy. So, cerebral palsy is a neurological condition that affects the movement and the structure and the coordination of body. It is caused by the damage to the developing brain um, while the baby is still in the womb or during delivery or right after birth or during infancy. So it's a lifelong disability, and despite being the most common physical disability in childhood, um, apparently the CP community is still one of the least understood and most stigmatized communities globally, not only in Malaysia but also in other parts of the world. So but in Malaysia, CP community is even easily forgotten because one is the lack of awareness about CP. This goes to both the parents of children with CP or cerebral palsy is called CP, yeah, and also to the public because people fear of the things that they don't know. So one, because they don't know about cerebral palsy, so a lot of people fear about the things that they don't know, and then they just get I mean the stigma, they got like the attitudes, this discrimination and stigmatize the condition. And also two, there are no statistics available in Malaysia about the CP community, how many people with cerebral palsy. In fact, the statistic of all types of disability in Malaysia, we don't have that. So it's very difficult because once you don't know the statistic, you don't know the needs, you don't know that there are so many people who need this kind of services or the facilities, so they are being ignored because nobody knows about them. And the third one, because nobody wants to champion this cause. Sadly, with cerebral palsy, we don't really have like any like people with the big names, the minister or artists or celebrities having children with cerebral palsy. So it's very difficult to get it highlighted in the society, and this is making like the the rest of the work is even difficult because we have like a big mountain to climb. and the attitudes and discrimination make it more difficult for children with cerebral palsy to go to school. I mean, a lot of schools has been rejecting children with cerebral palsy, and because of this, it's very difficult to find work or to participate in local activities. And talk about the environment
Mm.
as well. The environment is immensely challenging with physical inaccessibility, and because some of the people with cerebral palsy also have they are non-verbal, so they also have like communication barriers that make it hard for them to participate in social life as well.
So at GAPS, being probably the only champion of this problem, what is it that you're doing um, to kind of advocate for cerebral palsy in general? Are there a lot of programs to create more awareness so that there are more government being involved to create new policies to solve this, or what are some of the ways that you're tackling this as gaps?
Yeah. Okay. So we hope to build a holistic and inclusive ecosystem of support and advocacy, because we want to nurture knowledge through our programs. Like we have a great program. We call it great program. It's actually like a education center. It's education and therapy center for children with cerebral palsy who are not accepted at schools, at normal schools. So they can come here because we provide them academic and also therapy that is customized or customized to their needs. And also we do a lot of like caregivers trainings and workshops. We teach parents to do home therapy program. We work together with UMMC, the University of Malaya Medical Center, to give this training to parents, because we know that going to therapy costs a lot, and these kids need their therapy every day for the rest of their lives. So it will helpful if the parents can do it themselves at home. And during the pandemic, we do lots of webinars as well. Uh, Apart from that, we also encourage active and healthier lifestyle through participants in sports and outdoor activities. Like we have our own, the first Asian CP frame football team. We also get the kids to be involved in Spartans. And then we also promote the spirit of giving, not only materialistic giving in terms of like giving away through our wakaf project or donation project. We give away equipment and also food basket and monetary aids, but we also encourage people to our community members to share their knowledge and experience to help other parents or other caregivers in raising their kids. um, and also we do a lot of like because we have like omni-channel support system. We have online support system at through our Facebook group. So it's a very close and safe space for parents and caregivers to share.
Mhm.
And then also we create awareness about CP on social media platforms because we want um, people to spark more empathetic and inclusive society that support the CP community.
So
So
how
that's
did
some.
you a lot of programs, I see that, but at the end of the day, for
Yes.
yourself, how did you started all of this? Where did that calling came from? Like, did you have someone in the family, or did you have a friend who may have someone triggered you to kind of start this all by yourself? I mean, we would be more interested to know, what inspired you to start in Malaysia.
Oh, okay. So actually, I am a mother of a child with CP, but so it started in 2005 because
Mm.
I had a challenging pregnancy and finally gave birth to a premature baby girl, and soon after that, we realized that she has a delay in her physical milestone. Then there were not much that I could find on the internet because I didn't know what or where or who to ask about her condition, and she was finally diagnosed with cerebral palsy at 4 years old. But I mean, it's a bit late, and I wish I had known sooner, and I had the awareness, the support, and the information that I could do much more earlier, because early intervention is important for them. So I think I decided to help other parents because I know how difficult it is, especially to find the local information. I mean, there are a lot of information overseas, but not locally. So like in overseas, you can get a lot of support group, and then they will like recommend you to see this particular doctor, or where which hospital to go. But here, not much information about that in Malaysia, and also because of the language barrier as well, a lot of parents or caregivers are not able to understand what they read on the internet. And also because I quit my job, and then I know how lonely this journey is at home with your child, taking care of child without any, like, you don't have any friends at home. So yeah, it's really like frustrating sometimes, without the right support. So I started a Facebook group, and soon after that, a community group for CP. But as it grew, I wanted to do more on empowering the CP community as a whole, and not just the parents. So but the others in the group did not share the same vision and mission during that time. So in October 2016, so I decided to establish another group, which is GAPS, and registered it as a non-profit NGO, and then just to aim to support and empower people with CP and their families through inclusive activities that increase public awareness about CP. So basically, the one inspired me is my daughter Jana, and she's the reason why GAPS is here now, because I believe with my capability and passion, I can do more than just helping my daughter alone. So I can help others too, and build a CP community that have a better ecosystem of support.
Oh, bless your daughter Jana, mashallah. I mean, that's a great
Yeah.
story in that sense. I mean, I think you've come from a very long um, journey to get yourself here. And again, like very commendable at the moment. You know, of course, Incitement has been there trying to see where we can help in that sense. But I just wanted to get more out of you, if possible, to kind of tell the public, you know, in the sense where um, even though a lot of this problem only applies to those um, have kids or friends with cerebral palsy, how is it that you're doing solving to trying to create awareness will help individuals like me, for example? How will that help me? So help me understand if I were to know more about cerebral palsy through your programs. How will it help me as a normal citizen to kind of advocate this? Like, what would I do with this information once that's been done from your side?
Okay. I think one of the thing that the first thing that you can do is to support our Facebook page, and also social media platforms, because we share a lot of information and things about cerebral palsy. And then it's actually, this problem is huge actually, because 1 in 300 children has CP, and this is not cerebral palsy is not really like genetically is not a genetic kind of condition, so it can happen to anyone. So it really like a, it's a good way for people to know about the symptoms of cerebral palsy, and also how to get help, or even if you don't have children with CP, then you might have like friends or neighbors or relatives who has somebody who has CP in their family. So it will be good that you can help them to, I mean, help channel them, connect them to us in GAPS here, because, and also because 81% of our community members are B40 or in the lower income group. It's very difficult to, I mean, we need the, I mean, the help from everyone. I mean, this is often because one of the parents has to quit the job to take care of the child with CP. So we need a lot of like um, not only like a monetary support, but also like a moral support from people around them, and then I mean to encourage the children as well to participate and also to be included in the society, because especially children with CP who are less or not mobile, they are being least included in everything, including their basic right to quality education. They are not being accepted to school. So um, we try to get people to be less and hopefully not discriminate these children and give them the opportunity to participate, and they can be independent as much as they can when they grow up, and then they are able to get employed and contribute back to the society, and hopefully ends the family poverty cycles. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, that definitely makes sense. Like, I had no idea this was not a genetic related. I'm
It's
talking like,
not.
yeah, I'm talking like I said, like I don't know very much about. I think many people think CP is mental health related also but I don't
Mhm.
think it is. Can you correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, it is more on the physical part only.
Okay, so the okay,
60% of people with cerebral palsy are cognitively normal, or even they have higher uh, IQ
higher
than
IQ.
others.
Okay, okay, got
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, got it. So that's a lot of interesting information that already we have decimated this information through
Mm-hmm.
this stream review. But I think what's important is I like you to also tell our viewers, like if there's a message that you can tell on how we, now that we have understood better about cerebral palsy through gaps, how can we be participating more as the public to help you to get out there? Like, what message would you like to tell them apart from sharing on social media that you have or joining social media? What is there that we can go? Is there like a link that we can, not just share, but maybe contribute also? Is there any of this that we can do? By all means, please tell us.
Yeah, you can go to our website at www.cerebralpalsy.org.my, or to our social media platforms in Facebook. The handle is cerebralpalsy.my, um, and Instagram as well. Uh, we are on LinkedIn, and also we have a few more, but not very active social media. But go to our Facebook and Instagram for more information about us. And also, we hope that more people will know about CP, and then create the ripple effect to reach out more people in the CP community, because we know that uh, not everyone on social media, right? So we hope that people who knows about us will try and recommend us to their friends or family or relatives who have cerebral palsy, because we don't charge anyone. We just want to empower them to help the kids,
Of course,
especially. So
definitely.
and then we also want to, I mean, uh, yeah, we want to actually help caregivers from being burnt out and having mental issues, because the cost of raising a child with CP is very high in terms of the
Yeah,
therapy, education, and equipment. So, but it will cost more for the society and the country if this community is being kept sidelined, whether morally, practically, or politically. It will cost a lot more. So, yeah, please help and support this cause.
and I may I also add gaps is also on the Incitement platform. So for those who are looking to find out more on the platform, we've shared this link down here. Just look for gaps on the Incitement platform. You'll be able to see some of the projects that they are running, where you can also contribute. But also, nevertheless, you can also go to all the information that is made it down here. You can see there's gaps, hashtag gaps. If you want to talk about this discussion that we have, check out them on Instagram and also on Facebook. They're very active. They have their own specific gaps group, Facebook group, why they made it to the Facebook Community Accelerator for Asia Pacific. So I also wish you all the best, and hopefully you can go to the next round and get the grant that you deserve. And hopefully we have the backing of the public to kind of help you with your cause and your organization. I think that actually is all on this matter. I want to thank you again for disseminating all this information and statistics on cerebral palsy in Malaysia. I'm sure it's much more bigger outside our borders. But again, thanks so much again, Rafida, for having me. Having yourself on our show at It Matters. And I
Thank
wish
you
you
for
all.
having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome anytime. And I hope to see you again in person one day.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zikri. Yep.
No worries.
To
Thank
see
you,
you.
Rafida.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
bye.
Bye.